What, I just call the meeting to order?
Yep.
Sweet.
So I'll do roll call.
Thanks.
Pamela's excused. Kurt,
Here.
Elle,
Present.
Janet,
Here.
Stella,
Here.
Abigail. Here. Karen is excused.
Okay, call to public. There's a particular, okay, the grant.
Yeah, there's nobody here for call to the public.
Got you, thanks. Okay, item one, discussion and,
Heather.
discussion and possible approval of funding for the grant application from Heather Bhutan, that's right. Right on.
There you go.
That's fitting. For positive buttons positive boutons in a world full of negativity in the amount of $400. Just trying to keep it light here. What is this world full of negativity that you speak of? Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah. Oh, good, me neither. I haven't had a TV since like 2005.
It's necessary, I think.
I think they're adorable. I think we need more, happy
Could you
little
pass
surprises in the world.
Show him.
Yeah, we should all have that in our packet.
Got
That's
it,
on the back.
right,
on the
those,
back?
okay.
Flip the page
I thought
over
you
that
had
you're
actual
holding,
ones.
Kurt.
These are, I think these are actual, oh, these are samples.
Yeah, so it's right behind our agenda.
I didn't get it.
You didn't get one? Yeah, flip that over.
So where were you gonna place them?
Oh, on the back. Can I hand that back to her?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I have a question for Nina.
Sorry, I had to run get something. I forgot it.
Oh, no, it's totally cool. Do you have where we're at with the budget for the commission?
Yep. It's one of the things I went and grabbed.
What's that?
It's one of the things I went and grabbed.
Oh, cool. I mean, I love this project. I'm definitely inclined to support it. I want to find out kind of where we're at with money, for. It wouldn't, if, my feeling would be if it would need to wait, it would be like a month or two. But possibly not. I don't know where we're at.
So we're about, the November financials just came out, and for unexpended, we have not spent about $3,300 in the grant funding budget. Overall, you have about 25,000 in here.
Okay.
And then just know that some of that's for the New Year's Eve.
So we have 3,000 left for New Year's, is that what we said?
$3,000 left for grants.
Oh,
So
to do
there's
grants,
enough-
I see, got you,
So
thanks.
each year I budget $5,000 for grants, and that's all the money is for the year,
Perfect.
since we do it on a rotating basis and not, the grants used to be done only in the fall.
Okay,
But since COVID, we've been doing them as a revolving, you could put them in whenever and do that. So it's $5,000 for the year. Right now, we're at still about 3,000.
okay, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely inclined to support this project, so I don't think that we need to wait or anything.
I just had a question, like just leaving them everywhere, is that really a good idea? Well, what if they just end up laying on the ground and people, do you sure? Oh, so you think that, do you guys think that? I mean, I've only been living here 2 years, so I don't know.
I feel like a lot of people would just be inclined to pick
Really
them
like
up.
them.
I think the risk of it, becoming abandoned on the street was, I mean, never zero, but pretty low.
Okay,
Right, this would be attached, so this would be attached. So it gives them,
Yeah, well, that's-
permission to,
yeah, because I was just thinking, if you just like start putting them everywhere, then would people even like think that they should take them, or they just, be on there? Okay.
Yeah, with the tag attached, I could see people, it just brightening their day and going, oh, this is cool, so.
Okay, all right. Do you want to see these? or-
Do you guys have any ideas that you think of? I'm totally open to great sayings or ideas.
Okay, great.
I was gonna say, can I borrow your button maker? Can I borrow your button maker? Just joking.
Oh, yeah, and it tells them even in Spanish, so.
Oh,
I just was curious.
Also loan it to the library for their special things.
I might make less than positive buttons.
Well, you need Heather for the balance.
Yeah, that's right.
It should be this bigger size or the smaller size?
You have to pick one or the other?
Yeah, on this particular machine. The thing is though, Karen actually has one this size. So if there was a smaller one, we could switch. And then
I mean,
loan each other one out. I don't know what you guys think.
if you want an opinion, I would say smaller. I think is usually better for something like a button. But I think if it's bigger, you're kind of limiting as much as people would wear it, I'd be more inclined to use smaller buttons than a big one, unless I was really in love with the big one, not that I wouldn't be in love with your buttons, but you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinions.
Well, I would like to move to approve the grant application from Heather Bouton for positive buttons in a world full of negativity in the amount of $400.
I second that motion.
Motion approved.
All those in favor?
All those
Oh,
in favor?
Sorry. Thanks for the help. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved.
Oh, there you go.
You can split if you want.
No, you're stuck here.
Congratulations.
Good night.
Did you get your buttons? I haven't. Okay,
Oh, this is last time.
I think they need to go forth.
Okay, so approval of the minutes of the November 3rd, 2025 meeting?
I motion to approve the minutes from the November 3rd, 2025 meeting.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Minutes approved. Discussion regarding the public art project, Commissioner Rees.
I just wanted to discuss a couple of things about it, and one of them is like if we were gonna make a map of all the art and stuff like that, like, for instance, the guy that's down on Arizona Street that has that painting by Carolyn Toronto on his house. And my thoughts are, if we were to put that on some type of a map and he had people standing outside his house looking at his mural, would he be okay if we did that? And is that something that you would need to ask permission from him, depending on like if it's somebody's, it's one thing if it's over by a business or something like that, but if it's somebody's private property, to me, it would seem like you should ask people, are you okay if we put this on there and you're gonna have people standing outside your house?
I think we talked about that before. I think
Yeah.
we were in
You just
agreement
need
that
to
we should
make
ask.
Yeah, you should
Okay,
just
so,
make sure
well, I
that it's
didn't remember
okay.
that coming up, so maybe I'm,
That's okay. But yeah, no, we should make sure that they're okay with it being on there because there may be people that stop by there, and they're gonna be wondering, why are these people stopping?
yeah, why are they standing there looking
I
at
think
my house?
Actually, it was maybe before you were on the commission, because there was
Okay, yeah,
another
'cause I
commissioner who was
didn't-
kind of started it, right?
Yeah.
I forget the gentleman's name. Who's
Dale.
Dale, and, I think we talked about that and right off.
Oh,
the
good,
bat. We were
okay, because I
we
like,
don't
did
want
I
just
bring
a-
that up and I didn't?
It's like tour bus
remember
stopping
it.
in
I'm
front of
like,
someone's house randomly every day.
Yeah, exactly, or if you were giving tours, like somebody standing outside you, like groups of people, and you'd be like, who are you? What are you doing here? But,
Not the best move to build goodwill with the community, that's for
no,
sure.
no, that's
No,
what I was
and
thinking.
I've known people who, there was a book that I bought, a Bisbee picture, kind of book, history slash photography book, that they were not happy that their places were in the,
Yeah.
you know.
So I think our decision was we just need to ask them.
Yeah.
But once you're done with that, with whatever you wanted to discuss, I do have a couple of points on this.
Okay, all right, and then the other thing I wanted to discuss is I ran into the photography teacher over at Cochise College over the Side Pony, and we were chatting about it, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be a good idea, like he could add into his curriculum to have his photography students take pictures of the artwork around Bisbee, and then maybe if we did a calendar for that, then we could vote on them, and then those students would be acknowledged in the calendar. And then I was thinking tonight when I was at home, I thought, well, what if, the college kind of collaborated, or like they had copies of them? Because they probably, I don't know whether they would want to or not, or they would be, I don't know, like I don't know all the answers to it, but I was thinking that might be a nice way to do it, where we're involving the students, so.
I think that's a great idea. What was his name again?
Richard? Yeah, I got his phone number because I said, I'm thinking, I'm gonna bring it up, but I can't commit to it because I have to have everybody's blessing on it before I say yes or no to it. And I told him that I was gonna bring it up as soon as I could, because then he can set that up for his curriculum in the next semester. Because obviously he can't do it now because we're at the end of it. But because I take classes over there and I'm part of the art department over there, like I take classes, I know him, and also when I worked there, I met Richard that way, and I just happened to run into him, and I was like, wouldn't that be kind of, but then we would have to discuss about like, how would we want to do something like that, as far as, would the art commission want to, and these are just something to think about, because I know we got the event coming up, and I'm not trying to like bring it up and like, I'm just asking you to think about it. And like, then would we pay to print the calendar, and then how would we like acknowledge the students? Would it just be by having their name on the whatever picture it was, and then would we want to utilize them to take some of the pictures of some of the murals and stuff, and maybe it would be nicer pictures than just me going out there and doing, not that I'm a bad photographer, but, it would
It's a
just
skill to be able to take pictures of art.
Yeah, exactly, and they've got an art teacher, a photography teacher, who's gonna be going okay, and then we vote on like whatever month we wanna put them in. Hope maybe they'll get some snow pictures, that would be kinda cool to put for, December and January. So that was what I wanted to talk about, like maybe letting him know that we would be interested in doing something like that.
I think it's a great idea. I mean, it involves the community, it brings younger artists in, and it lightens our load. Just
Yeah,
kinda
exactly,
seems like
then
a
I don't have to go
win-win.
out and do it all, and we're getting a better product in the long run.
Yeah, I
Okay?
think it's a great idea.
I agree.
Okay. So do we have to vote on it, or?
Yes, you'd need to vote, so we can bring that back in January or February, if you want to bring it back in February, because I don't know if y'all were going to have your first meeting in January and not, because it'll be right after your event. I didn't
Yeah, it'll be
know.
like the week
It'll be
after.
the next week after your event, so I didn't know if anybody, if you were interested in having that meeting for it. So I can put it on the January, the February one, and we can, make those points.
Okay, and then
For it.
I'd let him know after we vote on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. Anyway, just stuff to think about.
So, in a DRB application, there's no place like Bisbee flyer, and I thought it was kind of a neat idea, just like the globe thing that you got, but
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
pictures of that, and it's just a one-pager. And so I just thought, we could have it a little bigger, but just something that looks like that. And then just has information on the back. I wanted to make sure you saw that.
Oh, with the murals and stuff? Oh, nice, I like that.
And then the other thing is that the city attorney, I think I told you this, but I want to make sure everybody was understanding that the commission itself couldn't do the tours, the guided tours. It would likely have to be done through the city. So it's something we could talk to the city about. Since the commission is not a separate entity and it has a limited scope, we would have to have council approval for that kind of expenditure because it would come from the city because there would be liability associated with it. And so we'd have to make sure who was going to take on that liability for it. The other thing too is we have two city planners. I was talking to one that focuses more on the housing initiative for the workforce housing. Her name is Melissa Hartman. And I was talking about it and I showed her the thing from Globe and she said that there was a book she got from Globe regarding that and she had sent it up to the library. But she said that there may be some money that maybe we could contact, or she would contact Local First for us and see if there would be, she wasn't sure if it would be a grant that we could apply for and get money, or if they would help us get money to do this project. Because she really thought this was a great project. She said a calendar would be perfect. And then also helping print if it was glossy, or something.
Well, that would be good.
When we get closer to that, I told her that we would give her direction if we wanted her to ask. Now, we're not guaranteeing that we could probably get something, but she thought that there was a possibility. It's always a no if you don't ask. But Local First is always helping small rural communities and small things that go on. I think you probably know of them. They help in areas. So she would be happy to reach out to them when we get to that stage and see if there was something that they could help y'all with.
Lovely, thank you.
You're welcome.
And I do like that.
Yeah, so. It does not want to go.
Yeah, totally. Item 4, discussion regarding the following items for the Bisbee Arts Commission New Year's Eve event 2025. Discussion with direction regarding who the entertainment will be for the event.
Before we start on that, we're not going to discuss what I'm going to say right now. There are 3 things that I wanted to bring up. Abigail needs direction regarding volunteering, the volunteers.
Well,
so she'll tell you what she needs.
Okay, so I just want to put this out, that I am the youngest in my group of friends, which means my friends can't really do the volunteering. They can't see in the dark, canes, everything. So, because now we're into December and this is it with the countdown, I just want to really say that I need assistance with gathering people to help and getting people on the list. Okay,
Do we have a list of what we need?
Yes, I don't have it with me. It's in my file at home.
If you could get that to us, and then
Yeah.
I can start helping with that for sure.
Okay,
I
very good.
know people, especially around the event, I have a lot of people coming in town that want to help.
Great.
And I don't have stuff for them necessarily, other than participate in the activities. So it'd be awesome to, I could definitely direct several people.
Okay, great.
Is that something you could send to Nina so she could share?
Right.
Absolutely. If you
yeah.
send it to me, I can send it to all the board. That way they
Right.
can help you, or the commission.
Thank you.
The second thing was, nobody got back with me about needing a second meeting this month. So I do have the 15th open, and I'll send out an email tomorrow, but I want you to think about tonight if you want to have, because this is the last meeting you'll have prior to the event.
Yeah.
So I'll send out a note tomorrow and just kind of think about it, and we'll gauge and see if we need to have one on the 15th.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think we should wait till after the meeting tonight and see where we're at.
Right, and that's what I wanted, but I wanted to make sure that I let you know the 15th is still available. I'll put that back out tomorrow, but I wanted it to be on your radar to think about it, to see if there are other items that we needed to discuss.
It might not be a bad idea.
I think we probably should do it.
I
but
think so too.
Can we just,
I think
let's
we
just
should
schedule it then. Let's just put
do it.
it
Okay.
down,
So I'll put a thing out for,
Yeah.
a notice out.
because I have a couple things today that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other thing, as we're going into the items that are costing money, I want you to be aware that, what I budgeted was $10,000. Pending payment is the $600, up to $600 for the entertainment. And then pending the printing for the flyer, which is $200. So out of the $10,000, you only have $1,626 left, $1,626. So we need to be mindful if there are other things that need to be paid.
That we may not think about.
Right, that's what's left, because there are items on here, the $300 for Rose, the $500 for the Rangers. So if there's anything else that's going to cost money, we need to think about how we're going to do that. So just so you know, going down, that's, from what I budgeted, the $10,000, that's paying the entire contract for the Flemchin. That was the $300 for Renee Johnson. I am holding the check, the last check for Flemchin, the other half that they get at the thing. I'm holding the check for Cirque Collective, Shawnee, and I will pay the porta potties once I get Abigail to have them send me the link again, because it only lasts for 30 days, so I went to pay it and I couldn't get into it again. So that's paying all those things. That includes the entertainment and the printing. So right now you have $1,626 left. That does not include whatever else we spend out of here.
That doesn't include Flamchen's last.
No, that includes Flamchin's last
Yeah, that's paid out.
$3,000.
Or that's included.
Yeah, but it doesn't include Rose Johnson. It doesn't include anything else that we need to pay.
What else besides Rose, again? I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
telling
So
you,
that's
if
what we-
there's
okay.
something else,
The
I don't-
lantern making, is that all donation, or are we?
No, that's Rose Hall.
That's Rose.
Okay. All right.
Okay, good.
so I just wanted you to be aware, if there's
No, I
other
wanna-
things that need money, we need to figure out how much we're gonna spend where.
Gotcha.
Okay, now I'm sorry, we can move on. I just
No,
wanted to
that's
be,
cool.
So on your-
That was one of my questions anyway. It was like, where exactly are we at with the money?
yeah, so on the item for the entertainment, I just need to know so that I can it's already been approved to council not to exceed $600.
Yeah.
But I need to get the check request done for the 16th agenda for the mayor and council. I need to have that done by next Tuesday. So I need to know who we are paying and how much.
Cool. I haven't heard from Karen about Ben Dale, so I guess we're just doing whiskey liquors for 500.
Okay, and then so what I need from you or whoever contacted them, I need an address, whatever
Like an invoice.
like an invoice kind of from them. As long as I can, if you want to check with Karen to make sure she hadn't heard from Bendel.
Okay, I will.
I
don't-
just need to have it before the end of the day on the, I'm gonna say the 9th, but hold on just one second. Yes, the 9th. I need it by 5 PM on the 9th, so that it can go on to the 16th, accounts payable.
Okay. That's no problem.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
No,
No, no.
it's
all part of
we got a
it.
good teamwork thing happening here. Discussion, ball drop, Commissioner Pelota was reaching out to the Oldfields.
Yep, so I talked to Josie, and she did say that Luke was very interested, was gonna help us. He has not given me a call yet, but the last I heard from them, they were in.
Cool, I hadn't heard and I wasn't sure I forgot that we talked about it, so I tried to contact him, he didn't respond, but Josie did, and she told me the same thing.
Okay,
She
perfect.
said that she talked to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, great, but she said he's way into it. So, I think that we could have that. So, for a ball, can I talk about, that's the next thing, the ball drop, or, no, that is this.
That is this.
So there's a thing that we could use for a ball is, there's an artist that he grew up here, Spencer Edgerton. I don't know if any of you know him, but he's like a sculptor and builds big sculptures, but he's got like an LED, like sculpture, sphere-ish kind of thing. I don't have the picture of it right now, but it's cool. We could use, he was like $100 in gas to get it here, so, but it's a cool thing that's droppable.
So are you proposing that instead of having Luke do it?
No,
or-
Luke would have to lift it. He
Oh,
won't be able, he doesn't have a lift. He's got the
Okay.
art thing.
Oh, no, Luke was interested in
Making the thing?
making the
Okay, cool.
thing, and, you know, at that point, we can kind of leave it in his hands.
Great. I think that that's good. He's gonna bring art anyway. Spencer's gonna come and bring his own stuff, so, so that's cool. He'll probably bring this thing, but I had presented that option, so let's just go with Luke for sure, cause that's, one-stop shopping for that.
And he consistently brings incredible pieces, so
There's that too.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
see what he's gonna do for this one.
Was he gonna do that at no charge, or?
There has been no discussion of money yet.
Okay, I just wanna make sure, since we were talking about what we have left.
Yeah, there hasn't been any discussion. I just asked, you know, hey, would he be open to helping with that? And Josie just wrote back and said, absolutely, we're in.
Okay.
He'll call you. He hasn't called yet, but they're pretty reliable, so I'm not too worried.
Okay, so let me know as soon as you can if they do require payment,
Okay.
because it may be after the event they get paid.
I will
Because we
let them
would
know
have to
that.
vote on it, then it'd have to go to council, and the meeting's on the 16th, and it's not enough time to get it.
Approved. So I'll make sure if they do ask for any compensation that that is led
Okay,
with.
I'm so sorry.
No, that
It
makes
would have to be
perfect
paid
sense.
after the,
I don't think anyone's gonna complain about getting paid in January or February. Okay, so that's good for the ball drop. The discussion and possible approval of to authorize compensation and hiring of Rose Hall to do lantern workshops in the amount of $300.
so I'm not sure, I'm gonna be honest with you, I am not sure if that was, the invoice she gave me for was what she was doing at the Copper Queen. Is that what she was doing for us?
Yes, I think that Karen was thinking paying her $100 for each.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I was like, is she doing them at the festival or is she doing them
No,
prior?
she's doing them prior at the library.
Okay,
And
So there's-
they're
there-
an hour and a half each.
Yeah.
okay, I just wanted to make sure if I was correct in what I
Yeah,
said.
so she's giving three seminars or 3 meetings that Karen was saying $100 each.
Okay,
Where
I
are the
just wanted to-
supplies coming from? Are we to make the lanterns?
I think she's bringing everything.
She does.
All right,
It's like sticks and,
Bamboo.
low budget,
okay.
Bamboo
right.
and paper.
Well, that's well worth it.
definitely. Okay, so we want to have a motion to approve?
I move to approve authorizing compensation and hiring Rose Hall to do lantern workshop in the amount of 300.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved. This thing's really sensitive when you get up to it.
Oh, it is.
Okay, discussion and possible action regarding a playlist for the event. So I discussed with Flam Chen about this, and I think that they want to pick a playlist. They want to do the playlist and have it played through the PA, and my opinion is that that's a good idea. I think that they want kind of creative control over that space, and I'm inclined to just let them have it,
Is that before and after?
Yeah,
I like that idea.
me too, because I don't want to, don't want to step on their thing.
Right.
It's their space, and I feel like that
They
they
set up the
set up their
tone.
vibe and set the,
Exactly.
the outro. So I talked with Aurelia about it, and that's what they would prefer.
That sounds
They know what
great.
they're doing.
Great.
They know what they're
They
doing.
know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
I don't want to,
And it's
'Cause-
one less thing we have to worry about.
totally. They don't want death metal or anything, too.
Yeah,
probably.
that's not their first rodeo.
No, for sure. So, I don't think that we need to probably take any action, right? We're just gonna,
No.
Just
mm-mm.
let
I just
Flam
didn't know
Chen
what
handle
the
that.
action would have been.
no,
so
I
just
don't know
left it.
either. We did talk about it, so it's glad it was there. Discussion and possible action regarding art cars and Art Car World for the event. So I haven't heard back from Art Car World. I talked with a gentleman, Nick Rice, who's been here several times he's always kind of sets up at the Jonquil so I don't know if any of you've been to Bernarella or those kind of things. He's always there for that. He's got the car with the bomb on it and, you know, that kind of stuff. And he's gonna come, I think he's gonna come either way. But he was, to bring his stuff, which would be like sculptures and cars, he was asking for 500, which is, I think, what we were talking about giving to Art Car World. So if, you know, like I said, he'll probably come either way. I personally would like to at least get some money to him if he's gonna come, because he's coming from Snowflake. It's like a long distance. And he has connection to here, which is the reason I would be inclined to do that, and it's really cool, art car stuff.
So what is it? Is it sculptures he's bringing?
Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff. Can I show on my phone things here? I could also, actually, let me do this, because it would make it a more professional thing. We'll just put it on can we put it on the agenda for the next meeting?
Yeah, so if he can do an invoice, so we know exactly what it is, so that they can vote on how much
Yeah,
they
and I'll
wanna.
get pictures and stuff, so we'll,
That we can put it all
exactly
with
what
it.
he's talking about bringing, and then, we can vote on it or whatnot.
Yep.
It's like, you know, like I said, I think he's gonna come regardless. He had blocked off being here, so he's gonna be here, but it would be nice to, help him get his stuff done here, because it's a lot of stuff. And,
So would this be on display at Jonquil and also coming down through the parade? I'm a little-
I guess it depends on what it is. I was thinking Jonquil, that's normally where he sets his stuff up, but he might have more things, or I don't know. It's possible we could stage some art in City Park, maybe, like in the edges of it. I also have a lot of friends coming in. I know a few people are bringing art that we don't have to pay. They're just gonna bring it. And probably a couple more art cars too that people are just gonna bring, and we're not gonna. So this bunny car that I've been involved with at Burning Man, I think is gonna come, which is a super cool car, will be in the parade. But-
Is Art Car World just not?
He just hasn't, I've talked to them, and he said he was into it, he's gonna get back to me, and then I texted him a couple times and no response, so.
I'll try giving him a call too.
Okay,
and see
cool.
If I can.
Yeah, he sounded like, wasn't like, yeah, I wanna do it, but he was like, yeah, that sounds interesting, let me get back to you, I had some stuff going on, so, I would, could you talk to him and
Yeah,
just see what's up
we have
for
a
the
lot of
next meeting?
mutual friends. I kind
Oh,
of know
perfect.
him, so.
Yeah, I never talked to him before, but we kinda hit it off, cause we have some mutual friends, actually, a childhood friend of mine who dated his father. We kinda, had a good connection, which is nice, but it sounds like you're closer, and if you could do that.
At least a second attempt to.
Yeah, second attempt.
reach
I don't
out.
wanna, I was gonna message him back, cause like I said, I don't feel like I'm bothering, but go for it, and then maybe we can get that for the next meeting, or figure out these art cards, cause it'd be nice to have like a couple art cards in the parade, above and beyond.
Represent such another local.
Another local,
museum.
that's a big thing for me too, definitely. I'd like to get Art Car World, if this extends to the future, we keep doing it, to get them more involved and have them bring a bunch of stuff would be.
Are they at a
ideal.
Douglas?
Yeah.
Build that
You should go
relationship.
sometime if you've never
Uh-huh,
built a
yeah, I've heard
relationship.
of it, I haven't gone.
Oh, it's
It's worth going.
incredible.
Oh, really? Okay.
They give you like a private tour, it's awesome. Okay, so, no action to be taken on that right now, we're just gonna, I'll get an invoice from, Nick. And pictures and stuff.
Well, and if he brings a bunch of stuff, is Flan Chen, would they consider that to be kind of like their thing? And then he's putting all these things if they're
Oh,
not
I think
with the
if we did
theme
put
of-
something in, I will check with that. That's a good.
You know what I
that's a
mean?
good- No,
Because-
totally. They're very particular about their image and stuff, and I don't wanna
Yeah,
step on them at all.
exactly.
So I would definitely ask Aurelia about what they think about that, and if not, there's plenty of spaces that we can put stuff.
Well, and then I was thinking they're only gonna be, how many hours over at the Jean Quill?
What's that?
Well, I mean, the total hours at the Jean Quill are what, 3 or 4?
3.
Yeah, so then he would be setting it all up for 3 hours and then taking it down.
He's aware of that's what's
Okay,
going on.
all right, I just wondered.
No, for sure, it's a good thinking thing, but, and my friends that are bringing stuff, they're all like Burning Man veterans, and they're into just setting their stuff up for a short period of time, they don't care.
Okay,
Depending on what it is, if it's some huge project, then
Well, and then Flan Chen, it's their show.
Oh,
If
for
they're
sure.
particular about their music, they're gonna be particular about somebody's.
No, definitely. I'd ask them about anything at City Park. I mean, at the
Yeah.
Junkwell, it's not their, purview, but it definitely is at City Park,
Okay,
or in my view. Okay, so no action right now. Discussion of possible action regarding heaters for the event. So Slamton wants 4 heaters on stage with them, patio heaters. So Karen and I were talking about, we'd try to source them if we can from the community. If we know someone that has, we just need 4. I've got a couple of propane tanks, so we wouldn't necessarily need that. But most likely, if someone's got heaters, they're gonna have tanks too. So does any of you know people with like patio heaters?
Not off the top of my head.
Cool, I'll just put that out and find them. And if y'all do,
I have propane tanks too.
oh, cool, if you think of knowing someone that has one or something that we could use.
don't
it's gonna
they,
be
one
on-
they sit on the sidewalk over there by the table, like some kind of a,
They have a couple, I think. There's bars in town, but the bars will probably want their heaters.
Yeah, they probably
Yeah,
will.
everybody I can think
Well,
of
this
that I
one's
know
out on
go-
the street, like, I don't know.
But I
I
can
can't
check.
see them letting it go, though.
Yeah, that's
Possibly,
true.
for sure. So we should check any possible situation, but also I think we can source them pretty easily.
Well, and the city might have a contract with that for use of those, like just something like a rental company. Does the city have a rental company contract or no?
Not really. I mean, it just depends on what they need, and that's who they go
They
to.
just go get it.
Yeah, and I don't know if you could probably check with Lorena to see if they've ever done that, like for Festival of Lights, if they've contracted somebody with heaters. I don't know.
But the budget doesn't seem to be there to
Yeah,
to
I think
rent
we could
them.
source
Right.
4 heaters. I feel like that's not gonna be that hard.
Okay.
But we do need to do it, get
And
it, get it not nailed down.
In City Park, where are they using the amphitheater stage?
Yeah,
and the whole
heaters will
front
be
of
on
it?
on the stage.
Uh-huh, and then are they also in front
Yeah.
on the ground?
Yeah, they're gonna block off, there's gonna be a cordoned off area, cause they're gonna have theoretically, they're gonna have a bucket truck with Aurelia doing aerial off of it. And the bucket truck's gonna be outside of City Park, like on the street, and she'll be in the middle of, in front of the band shell. That's the,
So I believe I have I'm asking my husband right now, 2 patio heaters. Cause
Oh.
I have a pool, so I usually use them in the wintertime.
yeah.
So, I'm asking him now if we still have them, because I know when the wind hit this last time, we lost one of them.
Oh,
So I'm trying to see if we have 2. If we do, I'm sure I wouldn't mind donating, or not,
awesome. Yeah,
letting you use
lending
them.
them for
I
sure.
just don't have propane tanks under them right now, so
Cool.
we would have
I've
to
got
use.
2. and,
I have one.
Cool, yeah, so.
So I'll let
we
you
got
know
our
as soon
tanks.
as my husband lets me know.
Thanks, Dinah.
You're welcome. So I have 2, so we just have to
Cool.
if I have 2, we just have to find 2 more.
Just if you've got them and they're not full, we'll just get them all together and I'll just go get them filled somewhere. Because it's cheaper to get them filled than to exchange them. Usually, like, a lot
Significantly,
cheaper,
yeah.
Okay, I think that's what we need for the heater. So we just, pending Nina's, we need 2 more. And that, I don't think that would be difficult. Discussion of the parade. So yeah, I don't know what we should discuss about it. My plan was to have Ed's sculptures and things in the front, but I don't think he's gonna participate. So, we'll just probably have an art car or whatever up front.
And there's the dragon.
What's that?
There's the
Oh,
dragon.
the dragon. too.
Right, that's what I was gonna say, Mark's Dragon.
I need
He
to-
had talked about being out in front
Oh,
and
okay.
leading the parade.
Yeah, it's cool. I think a main thing about whoever's leading it is that they need to keep it slow. We wanna try to kind of time it.
I think we could get Mark to do that. I'm gonna talk to him because he's over at the college and I'll find out
Okay, ask him about that.
like where he's at with all of it.
And I have you down as being the head of the parade.
Yeah, but I can definitely do, yeah,
Okay.
that's what we talked about, and I'm into doing that.
Okay,
But I think I'll be up there in the front regardless. But it'd be cool to have like a thing, like the
Yes.
dragon or an art car or whatever up in the front.
Okay, I'll find out from Mark. I'll see what I can find out from him this week.
Another thing is I got a space under City Park, one of the offices. I have the keys for it. So he can store his,
So my husband said we lost them and when that wind picked
Oh,
up,
no.
we lost them. So, sorry.
oh, no worries.
Thanks for offering.
Yeah, for sure.
Under
I thought
City
we still had
Park
some, but
office.
when that wind hit a lot of that stuff out there, it took my ceiling fan off. It took,
Oh, no.
My
it took
goodness.
a lot of things out.
Oh,
House appliance is not one you wanna, let's see if it still works.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, they're gone. So sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Thanks,
I don't think it'll
Nina.
be difficult to find for heaters.
now this office is just to store it prior to the parade?
Yeah, I think that he was talking about needing a
Okay.
space to store it.
Okay.
And so that's available whenever he wants. I have the key, so I
All
can
right.
get a key for him if he wants it.
Okay, cool. I'll touch base with him
I
this
know,
week.
at the night of the event, Rose is gonna use that space as well to, have people drop lanterns off.
Okay,
Um,
hopefully it's a big space.
it's,
He said his
not
dragon was
huge.
big.
but I think it comes apart, you know. Yeah,
accordioned
yeah,
up.
accordions up, exactly.
Yeah, okay,
It's a sizable office.
okay. Well, I'll find out where he's at and with everything, so.
That's all I can really think of for the parade. It's, I guess, maybe on the volunteer list, you could put, like a starter for the parade.
Okay,
You know, so it would stay there and like, maybe manage the people leaving on the parade.
okay.
That might be a thing we could use. And I can probably supply with that person, but I mean, just have it
Right.
on the list
Yep.
so we
Okay.
have a slot for
Got
it.
it.
Anyone else have anything else for the parade?
Do we have both? How's the traffic being blocked out, off, excuse me? Do we have one side
I think we have the whole street.
with the whole street?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in your packet is the map for the last item. It should be the last piece of your thing. Is your right-of-way use permit with the map? It should tell you what you have.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like it specifies if we have both lanes closed.
I'm pretty sure that's both lanes. I think we talked about that.
No, not on Taylor for Main Street for the parade.
You probably do have both lanes.
Yeah, I think that we do.
do you usually take both lanes when you do the, Pirate?
So,
So if you're gonna be marching down the middle, you're gonna have both lanes.
Yeah.
For the
yeah,
parade.
for the last year with Pirates, we thought we had both lanes and we did not, which is why I bring this up. Where we actually had cars coming up the canyon.
It's not good.
It was not ideal.
Especially at night.
Yeah, our parade was dusk, so we were okay, but yeah, it was not.
even the Bratz parade was weird. Cars were still coming up this side.
Yeah, it
Pride was too.
Yeah, it was very strange.
So, and it could be that we can I'll check with Public Works to see what the final decision was, if you can't remember, and then I'll let everybody know.
Cool.
I do believe there was some concern about, keeping the
Keeping people up, being able to go back up and
Yeah,
come back down.
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, well, you gotta, yeah, that could be of something.
Yeah, I believe there was some right-of-way law that, caused that situation for Pirates. That we had to allow one way.
It makes sense, kind of, that, because if you were blocking the whole street, then what if you had something come up and an ambulance needed to come down there? I
It
don't know.
does, but it also, there's concerns of safety at that point too.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what the right answer is.
I don't either.
I know, so we're at Bratz, so then the cops stopped, and so I was on the side with all the traffic, but then you couldn't see the cars, so all of us moved into the center lane. So we were all in the street, there were stopped cars in the street, there wasn't a cop in the street, I mean, it was like chaotic. It made no sense, and people got upset. There was kind of a little yelling thing that happened, very briefly, but it did. People didn't understand why they couldn't see the cars. Okay.
Okay, any more to add to the parade?
We might need to have some people wearing maybe those reflective vests, walking alongside the volunteers so that, like, if they do have the cars coming up, then we have reflective, like vests, people who people know is kind of coordinating it. So if there's all these people, like, what's going on, la la, you can,
Right.
I don't know,
think
just
I
like-
have 10 of those, because I had adopted the highway for trash, so I will pull out as many as I can. And I also thought somehow
Just for
we need to.
safety.
Yeah, and for the volunteers, so that they're easily identified, especially along the parade route.
we can have her make some buttons that say volunteer. I'm just teasing.
Right to work.
Little LED
Yeah, little
lights.
light up ones, no.
Congratulations on your grant. Here's our first order.
No, Karen has one of those, but we were gonna get T-shirts or,
I don't think we're gonna do t-shirts.
okay, so then, I meant like bright colored ones.
Oh,
that
for-
stand out, like
I
people
mean,
who.
that's, I think for next year could be a great idea.
Okay, so the vests might be still a good idea.
I think
have
it would
to
be
count them.
useful to have them on hand for sure, and like, I think if I'm like, especially like that parade leader person who's gonna like
You
muster
want
the
to have
people,
one
well, I
on.
could have one on, but also the person who's gonna be like the starter,
Yeah,
would wanna be identifiable.
right.
Okay,
And I'll ask the volunteers who are on the parade route to also have flashlights or their nice,
Oh, yeah.
some kind of a lighting, even if it's just their cell phones.
I know
but
any of my
if-
friends that are coming are bringing lights, they're all
Yeah.
Burning Man people, so it's a thing in
Yeah.
that culture where you lit up all the time.
Okay.
Any more parade stuff? Discussion Jonquil. I think we're pretty good for Jonquil. It's gonna be, we have Sir Collective, we have, Whiskey Liquors. Sir Collective's gonna be doing a kids, juggling workshop, plus doing just performances. And then we also have, potentially Luke with the ball drop at 9. So I guess one thing I thought is we probably need like an MC for the ball drop,
Yeah, we do.
someone to like count it down or, get people ready. So at least for that part, we need someone to handle that, kind of get down. I could do it, if no one else wants to do it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. It'd be like MC stuff.
I'll do it if you want me to.
Oh, cool. I think your voice sounds better than mine.
Okay, I'll do the ball drop for the
That's
kids.
awesome.
Do we know what time? Are we at 9 o'clock
9
with
o'clock, I
that?
think, is the ball drop.
Because of the 3-hour difference? Okay, good.
Yeah, it's East Coast. It's
Right.
an hour before the parade's supposed to leave. So I think that gives people enough time to wrangle people down to the Ironman.
Yeah.
But not be
Okay.
rushed.
How are we connecting with the kids in the community?
Yeah, we definitely need to do that. Anyone have any ins with the schools?
It's behind my house. I could
Because that would be a thing, I think, just to
Or
let
the-
the school know. We also should probably let the schools know that we have this parade and they can enter any group that they wanted into it. If they want to bring the cheerleaders or the band or, any of
Whatever.
that stuff.
Yeah, that
Would
would
be
be kind of
awesome.
fun, huh?
I think actually glad you said that, about the parade is, we should really start probably on social media pumping out the fact that we have this parade and anyone can get into it. People can enter the parade. I'm inclined to let people, if they wanted to decorate, kind of have a float type situation or, convertible decorated car, as long as they maybe contact us.
Okay, so do you want, I was thinking maybe the Boys and Girls Club too.
Mm-hmm.
We could ask them because they have all the kids after school. I could go over there because I actually had my niece and nephew in over there, so I know those
Cool.
people over there. I could go over and talk to them, and I could go over to the high school or in the elementary school and
Yeah, and
give
let them
them
know
a,
about the Jonquil, just generally that it's a kid-centric
yeah,
activity, and then also the parade is, it's a participatory parade, we want people to walk.
yeah, and the high school kids might be willing to make a float or do something
Right,
for it. and
or
the-
whatever any way they want to participate in it, for sure.
Okay, yeah, the high school kids would be ones that would stay up past midnight too.
Right.
And would really like the event.
Cool.
Okay, I'll go check with both the schools and I'll give you my update on the
Awesome,
15th.
on the, perfect.
Thanks, Stella.
Yeah, thank you. All right, any more John Quill stuff?
Oh, I guess, well, I was gonna say the youth club, but we've got an agenda item for that, so.
Okay. Discussion and possible approval to authorize the compensation for the hiring of the Arizona Rangers for security for the event, not to exceed $500.
We almost forgot this item. Karen has reached out to them, so we don't have an invoice or agreement with them yet, but when we did the festival, they did overnight and it was like 456, so we don't believe it would go over $500 for that, what is it, 7 to?
7 to 1 or, yeah, 2.
I don't believe it would be like, we didn't think the charge would be the same.
Okay.
So we hope it doesn't exceed $500.
And it's not a negotiable, right? We have to hire them per the
Correct.
permit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was part of the
Yeah.
discussion that Karen and Kurt had with the Public Works and the Police Department and the fire, and the police that recommended that they hire the rangers.
Yeah.
And how many rangers is that?
I'm assuming 2, but I don't know. Karen was gonna reach out to them and get that for us. But we wanna go ahead and get them paid, and then the next time for the mayor and council, it'll be authorizing you all to pay them. And then we can always cut it out of sequence for them to be paid prior to you could give it to them at the event.
Okay, so do we have a motion to approve the funding?
Motion to approve the compensation and hiring of the Arizona Rangers for security for the event not to exceed 500.
All in favor?
No, I need a
Got
second.
a second.
Oh, sorry,
Second.
jumping the gun. All in favor?
Aye.
I opposed? Motion approved.
Not to go back, but school is out in another week.
Oh, so it have
For,
to happen pretty
yes,
quick. Talk to the
yeah,
kid.
like, I don't know, and they're all doing finals this next week, so. Yeah, school ends right before Christmas break, the semester, and they'll be out of school, because the college is out I think by the 15th, and then.
2 weeks.
Yeah, and they're all doing finals, right, next week, so. I don't know whether we'll get a lot of participation, because then the kids will be out till after the new year, till the 15th. So I'll ask.
Yeah, just see if they want to come, you show up.
But what
or-
I'll do is I'll take some of these and make
Yeah.
sure that they know about it. So
Yeah.
the high school kids do show up and the kids do, so,
Definitely.
okay.
Okay, so discussion and possible approval of the final poster for the event, so that is this.
Looks great.
I think it looks really good especially when you, like if you cut, on the big ones, I cut the border off. And so it's just, I don't have any, I have some in my car actually, but it looks great with the border cut off. I mean, it looks good with the border, but it just kind of makes it pop better when there's no border on it.
I think it looks great.
And also, Flamchen's made a poster, and they're gonna, I think we're gonna have some printed for them to distribute as well. It's got a little bit more information about the performances. It's got like Local Monday's name on there and stuff, but they wanted to make their own poster. So we don't have to approve it or anything. They're just gonna make the poster. I think we're gonna print some for them.
Okay, just let me know.
Yeah, Aurelia is gonna, I think, talk to you about that. I connected you with her
Yes, and I.
about the
yes,
thing, so I
yeah,
told her to, while she talks to you, she could just do the posters at the same time.
Absolutely.
Did we talk about quarter, page handouts?
Oh, like flyer ones? We didn't, but we
Yeah.
could do that.
I think because there's such a definitive schedule, it's hard to remember that. I know people take it on their phones a lot
Yeah.
and that kind of thing, but there's also that they actually might want to have it in their back pocket the night of, like, oh, what time are we supposed to? I don't know. It's just a thought.
Possibly. I'm generally like not a fan of flyers because I don't like trash, and I think that they end up on the ground a lot of times. But we could do that, if it.
I just know, like, I could probably do that at work at Pantera. I could probably have them on the desk for the last couple weeks,
right on.
or.
We could definitely,
I could
Nina
go
will
to,
print whatever, so
I wouldn't
we don't have
mind.
to vote on it. You could
Uh-huh.
you could just have Nina print. Or
Okay.
actually, I think,
We could do some little ones for
I
the
might-
school.
I might have to have, or I can have Renee, format it, cause
Right,
it's
she
formatted
could-
by size, so.
yeah,
So
she
I'll,
could do
I'll
that.
do that, she, take a day or something for her to do that, so.
Okay.
But we need them quick for the school, right? We need them quick for the school if we're
Oh,
gonna give
yeah,
them.
we do.
Yeah, so I'll talk to her tonight and see if I can get her to do it tonight.
Yeah, and then that way we could hand them out at the school, have them at the school. 'Cause
Yeah.
the kids would put them in there, or they might want to take a picture.
I
These
have
kids are.
I have a paper cutter too, so I can cut them.
I do too, so
Okay,
I
cool.
can do that.
I've already cut a lot, so maybe I'll split them up with you.
Okay, that sounds fine.
I'm like kinda
There-
tired of it.
Yeah.
So you'll let
no
me know
problem.
about that, text me?
Yeah.
And then we'll get,
I
I'll
don't
get
know
those.
if I have your number, but I'll get it before the
Okay.
thing's over.
Yeah, don't say it on, in the.
Yeah,
meeting,
don't say it.
'cause
It's secret.
On the recording.
It's secret.
Oh, no, you just don't want everybody having your number.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Well,
Yeah, and I'm sure someone's out there looking for stuff like that.
calling me up, hello.
Never know.
My number's already out there. It's on my business card.
Right.
But you just never know.
Yeah, you
That's true.
don't.
And just to say, I'll go up Main Street and like ask with quarter flyers, will you just put this on your, the art galleries and things?
Oh, cool.
Can
I'm
these
I'm starting to get them out to the businesses when I go downtown, a
good.
little bit, but I'm trying to give them big ones, so
Yeah,
we'll get it. But we could, I actually give them one of each generally when I go in. I'll give them one 8 by 8.5 by 11 and an 11 by 17. But it'd be good to have a small one too, because maybe they don't want to use a big one and they want to use a small one or whatever. Everyone's pretty stoked on it, I think, and they, putting the big ones up, so, the places that I'm taking them to.
I got to work Sunday and saw a poster in the windows.
Oh, yeah, yeah. At Jackie's?
No, at the coffee roaster.
Oh, cool, yeah, I gave him one. Yeah,
These two, though.
I gave some to Jackie on Saturday, I think, Sunday.
Good.
Safe.
It's a good deal.
Okay, I lost my space here.
We just finished the Rangers.
Thank you. The poster.
Oh, the
So
poster.
We need to approve it. So, do I have a motion to approve?
I motion to approve the final poster for the event.
I second that.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed? Motion approved. Discussion and possible direction for commissioners regarding setting up in front of the library to fundraise and get the word out for the event. Direction on how this to be handled and listed. Did we have a time when we were thinking about doing that, like just on the weekend?
It was something that was brought up at the last meeting. It's, when they've done other fundraisings or that, they've set like a table up or sat out there and did it. So, I mean, I think it's just whoever could do it.
Whenever, yeah, for sure.
And probably do it, usually they do it in pairs. So that
Right.
it's not just one person by themselves.
I'm available for that, so, like in the weekend, I kind of cleared my schedule, so I don't have much going on. I know this Saturday doesn't work for me, but pretty much any other time. It's like, that's this Sunday, the next weekend.
So if you want to just like reach out and see who wants to go with you,
Yeah, for sure.
and whenever.
I could do this Saturday for a few hours if somebody wants to do it, is able to.
Yeah, unfortunately, my work schedule's not gonna
Well, I can just
allow-
go by myself and do it. I don't,
I usually work till about two or three.
I
and then
don't-
could
I don't
come
wanna-
by, but
yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be there that long. What time do they open? They're open, what, 9 or?
9
They
or
have the
10?
chess club on Saturday morning, yeah,
So I'm not sure what time they actually open then. It could be 9.
yeah. Okay, I'll find out.
And
I'll
then
see
you
if I
want
can
me
go.
To print some of these flyers for you?
Yes, and I'll
Just
come pick 'em
by and
up.
Pick them up?
I have
Just
a-
let me know when you are,
I could do it tomorrow,
okay.
and what time tomorrow?
I'll have them ready and then you just go to any window if I'm not here and just tell them.
Okay, yeah, and I'll pick them up, and when okay, yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll take some to the library, and I'll just sit down and ask the librarian where they want me to be, and I'll talk to people about it.
Cool. Yeah, when we talked about, or before, when people have done that, are they setting up like up in the library or down on the street?
Usually it's by this, where that sidewalk is, where the big, just corkboard is, it's usually.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's what I thought, like, not up in the library, like down on the street.
But we can, we can have them printed
We
and
could
put them in
see
the library,
if they
yeah.
let us do it. I'll ask and I'll find out what they want. And then if they say, oh, no, you can't be doing that. You have to go out to the street, then I will.
I think the street will be the better place because there's more traffic.
Yeah, but that,
Right.
like that little, you know what I'm talking
Right by
about.
the post
little-
office,
where
yeah.
the-
Where the benches and
Where the
then
homeless
yeah.
guys
yeah,
are over there
yeah.
begging for food. No, I'm
I've never had them talk to me. I
I
don't know.
have
They're
had
pretty
them.
mellow.
They hang out there by that. I've had them.
One of them got
I'm
taken
just
away.
teasing. I will be out there.
I also have if you need a table, I have like a folding table and a cover for it. And I have a banner. I have the Arts Commission banner too. in my
Oh,
house.
okay.
So I could come help you set it up or
Would
whatever,
ya?
even if I couldn't be there for long or whatever, I could come help you set it up.
That's fine.
so.
Yeah, because I'll just do it for a few hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but a few hours is better than,
No,
you know,
definitely.
than not
Then
at all.
nothing for sure.
Yeah, so I'll see what I can do to,
And I can't do it on a Saturday, but I could, and I can't do this Friday, but I could do the following Friday.
Fridays are good.
Yep, Fridays, Saturdays, whichever days you want.
Yeah.
I can't, maybe Mike will do it with me. I can't commit him, but he may not be busy and he'll do it with me. So we'll see.
What times do you suggest being out there?
What I've noticed, because I work on Main Street, is that a lot of times people are driving down for the day and things like that. So it's around like 11 to 2 are the busiest. And then
I would
people, if
say.
they are staying in town, they're ready to go take a nap before dinner, you know, so
Sense.
right in that range.
So it's not too long.
Thanks, Abigail.
Yeah, that's when the gallery is busy too. Usually it opens at 11 and about 2 or 3 it starts to die off and like you said, everybody.
Taking the siesta.
We
Okay.
definitely want to keep it when people are there.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that's handled, right? We have an idea how that's going to work out.
And we're having a meeting in 2 weeks, so, and.
Having a
hope-
meeting in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we can talk more too about it.
Discussion and direction regarding drinks and snacks at the event. Commissioner Polita was reaching out to the high school to travel to see if they were interested.
So I spoke to Michelle Bailey, who runs the Youth Travel Club. She was thrilled. She is definitely in.
Oh, hell yeah.
She also wanted to know which, if not both, spots she wanted or could set up at. She did offer, she said, as long as they had a little bit of earlier prep time, they could be set up at the John Quill and at City Park and go between during the parade.
Sweet.
So they would want to set things up earlier in the day, she said probably around 3, 4 p.m. Set up in City Park, be ready to go, open at the John Quill, and get back down to City Park
Cool.
to be open at both spots.
And they have the stuff they need?
They have the stuff they need. They asked if, you know, we needed input on the menu. I said, no, we just want hot drinks, hot cocoa, food and snacks. I worked with them at Pirates. They were so lovely, so
Awesome.
great to
So
work
good.
with. So I'd be thrilled to bring them back in for both.
Heck yeah. That
And
sounds
they always
awesome.
deliver what they say they're going to,
Nice.
so.
Wonderful.
That's important at this point.
Right, they're reliable.
We don't have time to
can
mess
trust
around
'em.
right now. Sweet, that's great.
They do need power. That is the one thing to run their food. In City Park, we have access to the outlets. I know where they are.
Yeah, the cities were hooked up with power.
And they do have a generator, so if the John Quill is okay with them running that, if there isn't other power.
I think they have power to run around there. but-
Okay.
But, yeah, and if not, you know, we could just do extensions probably, you know, they've got outlets around there.
Okay.
regardless. Yeah, I guess you could ask Ava about that.
I know they do have a generator. They brought it to Pirates. We weren't able to let them use it. We had to find them backup power. But if at the John Quill they can't have electric, as long as the generator's okay, they'll be fine.
Most generators are pretty quiet nowadays too.
Are they? I just had that.
They are. It was our setup for Pirates didn't allow it because we basically had a ring of vendors. So their generator would have been dead in the
It
center,
depends on the
smoking
generator,
out clothing
definitely.
vendors and, you know, that wouldn't have worked, but
Yeah,
something
Yeah,
more
no.
open like the John Quill would be
Yeah, it would probably be fine. You're right, it does depend on the generator.
Yeah.
The newer ones are more
I
quiet.
noticed that depending on which newer ones you buy, the Thirsty Lizard truck is using like a terrible generator. That was like super loud.
I will say their generator looked pretty decent, so I
Oh, nice.
trusted them when they said it was
Cool.
quiet. It was just setup
I have a
concerns.
Honda 2K, suitcase generator that's quiet, so if we need it, we can use that for sure, but, cool.
So do you want me to tell them to be prepared to do both?
Yes,
All right, I'll
most
let her know.
definitely.
Thanks, Al.
Discussion and possible approval to amend the permit to include the use of one flare and having a bucket truck for the performance. So I talked to, the fire chief, and he approved, Flemchen to use one flare, to mark midnight, mark the culmination, the grand finale of the performance. It took a little bit of discussion to get him to agree to it, but he was on board ultimately and has no issues with it, so. And then the bucket truck is similar, the city is fine with it. We had to amend the permit to, make the road closure a little bit bigger, cause we're gonna have this, we'll be there at like 4 o'clock, I think is when we got the permit for, so they'll set the bucket truck up at like 4, and they're gonna have to close the road up above City Park at that time.
One thing we should probably consider is some advance notice to the residents of Taylor.
Yeah, we talked about that, Karen and I, so we need to, get on that. There's one, I talked to, when I was up there with Aurelia in the city, one person came out who has that like thing in the end of that street with it's kind of a gallery-ish looking place or something. And he doesn't
Oh.
live here, I think he owns part of that block or something, but he was totally cool, he's into it, but he also said, you wanna talk to her, like the next door neighbor, he's like, you definitely wanna inform her what's going on.
I know a couple of those folks, so I can give them a heads up.
Awesome.
But I will say the first year we did Pirates, we got some high caliber pushback on that one.
Yeah,
so.
for sure. I mean, the city told, the police and stuff said, you got a permit, you can do your thing, but also, we don't wanna be bad neighbors, so.
Yeah, and
wanna
we don't
warn
want to be
people.
getting screamed at that way,
No,
so.
no, definitely not. So, and Karen knows, I think Karen knows the person that was pointed out, so Karen's gonna talk to them.
Okay.
Or you can, or whoever, but we definitely should hit the rest of that street, probably. I think most of them are Airbnbs, but.
There's a few people that live there. For Pirates, we put flyers up, and we put flyers on everybody's car,
Oh, nice,
just so that there was no chance
yeah.
of missing anyone.
for sure.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yep.
I will tell you on this item, we did it a little backwards. Usually you approve it first and then it goes to council. But since their next meeting's not till the 16th, we wanted it done prior to that. So they are going to be approving it tomorrow and you're approving it today.
Okay, right on.
A
So,
little out of whack, but it
so
happened.
do I have a motion to approve?
I motion to approve what is it, where the bucket truck and the
Permit
flare?
permit.
Permit to include the use of the one flare and having a bucket truck for the performance.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion approved. Update Flamchen. So I just talked with them. We kind of had a couple weeks where we didn't really communicate too much because they had All Souls and I gave them a break and we didn't really need to talk too much. So, but I sat down with Aurelia after that and everything looks on track. I informed them about the rooms that we've got for them. That is one thing we'll need to put on. There's a room, we owe the Jonquil for one room, and we are gonna owe, Hotel Amore or Bisbee Inn, for one room. They comped us 4 rooms, so, and they need 6 is on the contract.
Okay, so if you
Flemchen
can
gets
give me an
6 rooms.
invoice and I'll
I
put
will.
on the next there with the exact amount that we need to pay them.
Yeah.
And you said John Quill and who else?
Bisbee Inn, I don't know, it's Hotel Amore, Bisbee Inn, I forget what they call it now.
So I'll need all of that, let's say by the 10th, in order to get it out the 11th, the agenda out on the 11th for the 15th.
And that's for Flamchen.
Flemchen, yeah.
Yeah.
That's in their contract that they got food and lodging,
Okay.
6 rooms.
Approximate cost on those rooms?
I know actually, I'm gonna talk to the Bisbee, because we have 5 rooms with them now. We're only getting charged $55 for 1 room.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking about moving the other Jonquil room over there.
What is the Jonquil asking?
I'm sure it's at least 100.
Okay.
I haven't talked to them yet. So, and really, I kind of scoffed at the idea of having it in different places, the rooms. So, and I just talked to Bisbee today, and they have rooms. So I'll probably just go ahead and just do it all with them and get rid of the room at Jonquil, or save it for one of my friends or something. There's still rooms around town, so if people want to. If you know people are coming or whatever, it's not booked yet. Jonquil's booked, but Bisbee still had half the rooms. That's where the Hotelia was, if any of you went to that. But he's a cool guy. He's a friend of mine, the owner, and comped us a bunch of it.
Oh, and that tea room is out of this world.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So beautiful.
They're awesome. He's one of the good Airbnb owners. He doesn't own Airbnbs here, but he owns them or in LA and Phoenix. And so that was, I know the food is going to be, Poco's going to handle the food for us for Flam Chen. And I think that's all we really need with them.
Was there a budget needed for that?
No, it's covered. They're going to donate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did we get a lot of people, businesses that were willing to donate? Did that happen?
So I have been getting my rear end handed to me on a silver platter the last couple weeks, and unfortunately, I've not had time to really get out much. I've had brief conversations with a few businesses, and Janet has agreed to help with that so that we can get that going a little bit faster.
Okay,
So
I didn't know.
For dropping the ball on that. It's just gotten busier and busier no matter what I do
Well,
to try
that's
to
the
carve time out.
You know, I
That's
think,
the holidays.
not that we shouldn't have fire under us to get some donations, but also we can take donations after the event, right? I mean, so
You should start
it's
taking
not like,
donations
my
whenever.
thought is, let's say we have a bad time fundraising for this before the event, we can have another fundraiser later to try to get some money back in the coffers, or just hit the businesses up after and say, hey, look, all the people we brought in, can you throw us, a little bit of cash? We're like depleted here.
Well, I was thinking about that meeting that you were going to go to, that's all.
Oh, Bisbee Forward.
Yeah.
There wasn't a chance at the last one to get that in anywhere.
Oh,
We
I
have another
see.
meeting this week, so I'll try to email Steve in advance and get it on the agenda.
Yeah, that'd be good. Definitely if we could.
Because
hit
that's
them up
one
in the-
shot, and
Yeah, you get
that way you
everybody in one
don't
spot.
have to, like, go knocking on doors.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a member pass away in that, so that kind of took up the very end of the meeting.
Oh, how
And
sad.
there wasn't, Winston from Electric Brewing was a member.
Oh, no.
Wonderful young man.
Yeah, he was a wonderful young man. Maybe you could take posters.
Yeah, I can do
That
that.
would be an easy way to hit.
It just felt incredibly tacky at the end of that to be like, I know our friend just died, but come on.
No,
Yeah.
totally. I'm not judging that at all. I'm just saying, maybe if you're at the meeting, it would be just easy to have flyers to hand out to the businesses. That way we don't have to go to them or get them in one spot.
Actually, that might be a great spot for those smaller flyers too.
That's
Yeah.
So when's the
that's-
meeting?
yeah.
Thursday.
And how are we gonna get those little small flyers? Do I go to you during the week?
Kurt's gonna talk to Renee,
Yeah.
and then he'll send it over to me, and I'll print them for you, and you can come pick them up.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would like some small ones for the high school and the
But he
elementary.
can hopefully he can get me the small ones by tomorrow. If not, I'll have the other ones for you for sitting out at the library.
Okay,
I have
maybe
some
I'll
big
do
ones.
Friday at the library instead of Saturday. Because isn't that a better day?
No, they're kind
Hard
of
to say.
equal.
Equal?
Yeah, I think it seems to be equal. The thing with what you get on Saturday is a little more families with
Yeah, which would
kids.
be nice. Okay, I'll do Saturday.
Okay, we're like making some headway here, huh?
Except is school out? No, they're still in school.
They're still in school. They'll be out, I think next.
Anything
15th.
more for Flam Chen? No, okay. Item 4, discussion regarding the following cigarette machine.
It's actually item 5, I apologize, I misnumbered.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I've done a fair amount of stuff in the machine. There's like constant work, basically. I realized that we should probably tell people that they can't give us magnets to put in the boxes because they stick to the machine.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny. I mean, it kind of is, but.
It's
but it-
funny now, but it
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
wasn't. at the
Well, I
time.
think there's still one stuck in there that I haven't been able to get out. I'm not really sure. I can't see in there. So I have to do some work on it. There's been some jamming that may or may not be attributed to that. I think there's a box stuck in there that's magneted to the inside. One of the people has a magnet, and if they're really small magnets, it's fine. It doesn't do anything. But one, I don't know, whatever, one had like a super magnet in it or something, and it's stuck inside the machine and it's still in there. So I'm gonna get a coat hanger and see if I can make it move. And take some mirrors down there and stuff. But it's been jamming a little bit. Some of it's the boxes. There's one artist in there that's their stuff's a little bit big, and you have to cram it in there, and they're getting jammed a little bit. So I'm gonna talk with them about putting less stuff in their box. And we could use more artists still. I think there's like 10 spots open or something. So it's good. It's stocked up. Everyone's in there is fully stocked pretty much, and it's making money. But we definitely could use some more artists. And I met with Sharon, and she got her stuff out of the display case. So at some point, I was hoping to get to it before the event, but I don't think I will. I'm going to turn it back into a museum for the art that's in the machine, so people can see it. Because I think that'll be really a boon to sales in the machine if people can actually see what is being offered in there. It just needs a little bit of work of like tightening up that dollhouse and then just putting stuff in it. And social media, I need to do some work on that too, because it's we definitely need to push the event and like the parade. Those are the things I'm thinking. The Jonquil, specifically for kids, the parade, just anyone that wants to participate, bring stuff, art, lights, whatever, walk down the street. That's what I think for social media. We just need to pump the event, get people out there, and donations, say we need money. And then Commissioner Reynolds, Camp Naco.
Okay, got an update today from the meeting that we had, and Camp Naco and Central School have joined together and are presenting a film this Friday evening, Chulas Fronteras, doors open at 6:30, the movie starts at 7, and it's just a way we're kind of building relationship with the community. There's also, on the 19th from 4 to 7, there's an Adobe workshop and Ginger House building workshop. And there's registration with Camp Naco. And I think Zach Palmera is teaching the Adobe workshop, and he's just wonderful home builder. The office is going to be closed 24th through the 5th. 2 fellowships from the grants earlier in the late summer, early fall are almost complete, and we're on track for the 2026 grand opening. And the African American Museum cookbook is done, and that's going to be sponsored in the lobby when that all comes to happen. There was an approval of a sub-grant with Mellon Foundation for funding for staff. So this is good news, because then it won't be the city that has to do so much of the administrative. So that's going to be transitioning over when this grant comes to the bank account. And they restated today, the group that was meeting, they said they want to make sure that nonprofits in the area are empowered to work with one another. So they want to really facilitate the workings of different nonprofit organizations, like Bisbee Forward, okay? So that's what I have to report.
Cool. I had some of the food from the African American organization at the,
The
they
ballpark,
set up by the ballpark during the
Yeah.
market. It was really good.
they're good people.
Sweet. I think that's the end of the pages. Future agenda items, anyone?
I'm gonna tell you what I have so far, and you let me know if there's something else I need to add. I have the art car, Art World for the event. We're gonna discuss the volunteers. We'll go back over the budget to make sure we're still in line. Sitting outside of the library, in the room at either Joan Quill or Bisbee Inn, approval of that for the Flemchen. Was there anything else?
Not that I can think of offhand.
Are we gonna find out about the traffic flow for the parade?
Yes, I can find out about the traffic flow.
We need Aurelia dressed up in her costume out there handing out flyers.
And collecting money.
Yeah, exactly. That would be really.
I
or-
saw there's a grant possibility that I saved in my folders. It's due on the 5th of next month. But I'm gonna try to put in for it. It's like $20,000 grant for, or, you know, right up our alley. So I'll put an app in for that. Yeah, and I might be sending one of you that would look it over, the grant app, when I'm done with it, to make sure that looks good.
Very cool.
So that would solve our funding issue, if we could get a $20,000 grant, but it also, I don't, it's due then, it probably doesn't get approved for 6 months or something, so. All right, do we have a motion to adjourn?
I motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I
Opposed? Motion, or meeting adjourned.